Hello, and welcome back to Fierce Entertainment for my review of 1996's Candyman Farewell to the Flesh on Blu-ray disc. In this video, I will be talking about the plot of the film, the Real's opinion of the film, my opinion of the film, take a little time to talk about the quality of the physical release of the film on Blu-ray, and if I have time, go ahead and put a little trivia in there that you may not know about the film, and give it a ranking on a 1 to 4 star system. So let's go into it. His myth has endured for generations. His legacy is eternal rage, and now he's back with a vengeance. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh continues to tell of the phantom-like figure who wreaks a terrible fate upon those who chant his name 5 times while looking into a mirror and come face to face with grisly death. A victim of unspeakable evil while he lived, the Candyman has become evil incarnate in his afterlife. This time, he haunts the city of New Orleans, where a young schoolteacher named Annie is struggling to solve the brutal murder of her father. The locals insist that he was slain by the Candyman, but Annie is not convinced until she unwittingly summons the monster forth, learns the secret of his power, and discovers the link that connects her to him. But can she stop him before he kills again? Directed by Bill Cotton, this says Gods and Monsters, and I guess it does mention the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn. From a story by Clive Barker, Hellraiser, Nightbreed, Candyman Farewell to the Flesh is one heck of a scary movie. Alright, now let's go into the Real's opinion. And I'll kind of read this going into the Real's opinion. Scarier than the original. The Real does not agree with that at all. This is definitely a step down from the original. Now, according to most critics, this is a major step down from the original. And a lot of people actually really don't like this one all that much. Now, is it the most hated Candyman movie in the franchise? Because there's actually 4 films. No. That would be the 3rd film. But there are a lot of people that really despise this film, and they really don't have anything good to say about it. I think what they go ahead and hint out is it feels more like a generic slasher film, while the first film actually, despite kind of being a slasher film, really comes across more as a legitimate horror film as opposed to a slasher film. And I think that's where people are getting out with it. They also thought that the story was not as well handled as it was in the first film. Now that right there I do agree with, which of course brings us to my opinion of the film. I think that Candyman Farewell to the Flesh is quite literally a perfect sequel to a great horror film. Now, perfect sequels are never going to top the first film. But what I thought was really cool about Candyman Farewell to the Flesh is how it kind of expands on a lot more exposition in the story, in my opinion. Maybe inferior and not as easy to kind of follow, because they're kind of like a Alfred Hitchcock sort of like reveal with the characters. Of course, find out that Dana Robitaille, aka the Candyman, is actually related to our main character. Is actually her like great grandfather, or great great grandfather, something like that. And having, like, you know, that family dynamic, that family connection to Candyman with our main characters, actually does kind of intrigue me a bit. And that's what I gotta say about that is I like the movie. Do I like it as much as the first film? No, but I don't hate it like everybody else does. Now let's go ahead talking about the quality of the Blu-ray disc. This is out of print release, which means you cannot get this anymore. It's out of print. So I'm very lucky to have a copy. It's definitely kind of generic Scream Factory Blu-ray release. That's kind of how I would put it. So you'll have a pretty decent time, but don't expect anything like spectacular out of it. The ranking. I give this film 3 stars. I do acknowledge the flaws that it has, but I don't hate the movie. And I don't at all have anything bad to say about the movie, so I give it 3 stars, which means that it's a good movie. So, sorry, a great film. It is a great film. That's what that means. 3 stars means it's a great film. So that's why I look at it. I look at the film as a great film. And as for trivia, there's not really much trivia to talk about when it comes to this movie, so there won't be a trivia segment at all. So I say, love it or hate it, I like it. Check out Candyman for Will to the Flesh from 1996 in any way that you want. And I say check it out, and I will see you on the next one.